Hello, I want to thank you all for your time and welcome you to the Strength in Numbers Mastermind. My name is Ryan Morgan, and I have a degree from political science from Bucknell University. I've been working online for about 2 years now, and my big wins have been securing relations with Star Vodka and securing equity with 3 major projects. To tell you more about my story, it started off in network marketing or direct selling, the largest industry in the world, and I was able to build quite a team, but I soon realized that these teams suffer tremendous attrition, and actually 97% of these individual reps fail because they do not have automated systems that build their businesses. These automated systems are called the marketing funnels and are pretty much leveraged by the 1%, the 3%. Our marketing system is going to be very unique because we have 2 patented technologies: interactive messaging system and dynamic email conversion software, which I'll go into further detail. First, let me tell you a little bit more about the industry of online marketing. Last year, it was able to gross $23 billion, and there's 3 market forces which are driving the growth of this industry. First, economic. The value of the dollar, and more importantly, the value of time, is continuing to decrease, and more people are going to the internet in search of opportunity. Socially, there's more people on their phones, on their computers than ever, and thanks to technology, it's never been easier to develop targeted consumer bases to sell product or services. Fact, by the year 2020, social media ad spend will surpass television. So there's an incredible opportunity in the next 4 years for digital agencies and consultants to influence business owners to make a shift in their marketing budgets. I made this slide for a presentation I made yesterday at a private Wall Street bank, and it's all about optimization. I got these statistics from their manual. It says that 10% of sales professionals, only 10%, follow up with their leads more than 3 times, even though that 80% of sales are generated on the 5th to 12th exposure. With our technology, I told that equity firm that with our technology, every single one of their leads are going to be followed up with 7 to 14 times, putting their sales reps in the top percentile of conversion. So let's go into deeper detail of how we'll be able to do that. It starts off with diversifying your traffic. So the equity firm that I was just proposing to, their only traffic source is cold calling. And quite frankly, cold calling is dead. There's several reasons for this, but ultimately it comes down to people's time. Getting someone to be influenced on the spot to take action over a phone call is just so difficult these days because people are it's just an ADD society these days. People are on their phone more than ever. So why not interact with your customer with an ad exposing exactly what they need with a social media ad? So for example, on the ad to the right, I was able to explain to the equity firm that imagine you posted an ad, you got 400 likes, and you got 12 to 30 applications for $50,000 cash advances. What would that be worth to you? Okay, so after you're able to entice your leads with social media, the key is to drive them to a landing page where you educate the consumer on what exactly you have to offer, why you're an expert, and why they need to go through you today. And if they're not ready to take action today, why they need to leave some information so that the system will follow up with them and schedule appointments so they can learn more about what exactly you have to offer. So once being driven to a landing page, these leads will have 2 different technologies that they can use to learn more about the business. Because like I said, cold calling is dead. Being able to get people to take action on the spot is just more difficult than ever. So why not give your customers 2 options on how they can learn more about the business? And how we're going to do that is with our 2 technologies: dynamic email conversion software and interactive messaging system. So let's take a focus on the left, and here you will see how complex these systems are. All these different boxes are landing pages. They're a series of pages that entice the lead to take action, to educate the lead, that thank them for taking action. Thank you for the information. Here's some more information about what we have to offer. On the right, interactive messaging system. We can entice our customers to say, hey, if you don't want an email, like your email is really full, why don't you text this number, and we have a system that's going to intelligently answer 7 questions for you and schedule an appointment when you're ready to learn more about the business. So like I said, it's all about creating time for the customer and selling convenience to them so that they can learn on their terms. This, my friends, is the exoskeleton of the pipeline that we can create for any business. So like I said, I made this presentation for a private equity firm, but it's really applicable to anything. And it starts off right here to the left on diversifying your traffic, seeing which traffic sources are the best for your business, because it's going to vary. And from there, you're going to drive the traffic to a series of landing pages. And we're going to do split testing to see which page is converting at the highest rate. And what that means is, so imagine one page has 10 customers coming through for every 20, and another page has 15 customers coming through, and one page only has 2 customers coming to. We're gonna take out the page that's converting the least and make more pages that are converting more, so we can continue to optimize the system. And once we optimize the system, we're gonna be able to drive many leads and give them the 2 options to get their information and be followed up with. So our system, it has the components to follow up with each lead 7 to 14 times and entice them to fill out an application or schedule an appointment. So imagine after that, they've been through a whole process. They know all about your business. They filled out an application. Then the sales rep can get on the call and close the deal or schedule an appointment. And if the customer is still not convinced, they can be put up on a follow-up sequence that follows up with them another 7 to 14 times to entice them to close. And we're going to show them results. We're going to show them testimonies on why they're missing out on whatever it is that you have to offer. So another thing I want to throw in with our marketing proposal for any business owner to any potential investor, we have connections to the very best in online marketing. So quickly, allow me to introduce you to Matt Posius. He's the highest online marketing consultant in the world. He made his first million at the age of 18, and he currently charges $4,000 per hour for consultation. Luckily, I have an inside track to his academy, and he's willing to mentor me directly and teach me how to run massive campaigns. These 2 guys, Vic Strices and Jason McLean, they are the creators of the dynamic email conversion software that I showed you. And they are literally the founding fathers of the .com era. They were around before Yahoo and Google ever existed. Jason McLean has successfully ran $250,000 a month campaigns. Vic Strices has taken a person with 0 income and ran them a campaign and made them $700,000 in 2 months. So just to give you a magnitude on the power of what we have to offer. Here are my professional references. I've got over a dozen professional references. Most of them are CEOs, 6 to 7 figure earners. So that's our service, but we have another additional offer for those who are willing to invest into our project. And we have equity in 3 different major projects that are going to influence the world. The first project I want to go over is Artificial Communications. The man to the right is the CEO, Mr. KJ Trapp. And he started off in the automotive industry. He's been working in the industry for 20 years, and he created what's called the talking business card. And this texting technology is really blowing up on the West Coast. He's expanded it from the automotive industry to real estate, insurance, network marketing. It goes into dental practices, newspapers, billboards. It's not about the business card. It's about the keywords and the technology behind it. So I have been given the task of being the East Coast manager to bring this technology in the East Coast and absolutely blow it up in New York City. So I want you to imagine there being an ad in the subway that says like, text here, get a free pizza. Or there's a billboard that says like, text here, the first 25 people that text here get 25% off. And there's a system that's capturing the leads. A fun fact I like to share is 80% of business cards are thrown away in the first week. So imagine if there was a technology behind that to capture all the information and follow up the customer. That's Artificial Communications. Our second project is the Hometown Deal Finder. The owner is Larry Goodhue. It's a digital marketing agency based in Arizona, and what they're looking to do is to crack the small business niche by offering a quality service to small businesses, but for putting their entire storefront online for only $35 a month. In addition to that, their main focus is to create a massive consumer base, a massive base of free and used customers so that they can sell their database to Google or Yahoo in form of the billions in the next 5 to 10 years. Our third project might be the most influential. It is called the Friends Project. Allow me to introduce you to the owner to the right. His name is Deuce Pesic, and he's based out of Tallahassee, Florida. And what he has done is designed prototypes to create solar paneled hospital units that will be dropped by a helicopter to aid natural disaster victims. So think about an event like Hurricane Katrina, when the roads are destroyed and there's no opportunity for ambulances to be driven in. These are semi-permanent structures that can be dropped on the site of location and stand there for 10 years and just be completely sustainable. To tell you a little bit about our competition are gas powered, which means they constantly have to have new fuel flown in, which is very costly. So to put into a greater perspective, the cost of one helicopter, a Black Hawk helicopter, is equivalent to a half a football field of environmentally sustainable shelter. To tell you more about the project, Mr. Pesic has experience in home improvement and accessory, and his 5-year business plan has 9 different products which are going to influence 7 different markets. So it's very influential. So in closing, we are looking for a bit of funding. We have a term sheet. We have an investment proposal for the Strength in Numbers Mastermind. What we really want to do is get our website up and start running campaigns, not only for our digital service, but also to build our clients. And what we're willing to offer to our potential investor is 12% revenue of every funnel that we create, you will have access to as a thank you for your patronage in what we are creating. So ultimately, that's all we have for today. I just want to thank you for your time and welcome you to the Strength in Numbers Mastermind.